for the visas issued by PESA, by the export processing zones, are they included there?
No, Mr. Chair,
And
hindi
then
po
hindi
sila.
current yung iyong record, iho.
Makipag-coordinate po kami sa PESA for
Hindi
their
nga,
records po.
sinasabi ko nga sa'yo, hindi current eh. Dahil sinagot mo sa akin kanina, yes.
Now, you also mentioned that there were several phone calls that were made by Attorney Roque to you.
Yes,
you confirm that?
Yes, sir.
To Yusek Cruz, sir. The persons that you picked up sa Benguet, Attorney Roque said that he was not involved with Pogo. Would you confirm that, sir?
For the last item, Mr. Chair, may I know from BI yung data on the number of foreign nationals who entered the country and were issued working visas? Is this the accurate figure that you have submitted? BI?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes? Are you sure?
Yes po, sir. Yan po yung na-generate nung nung system namin. So.
Do you, for the visas issued by PESA, by the export processing zones, are they included there?
No, Mr. Chair,
And
hindi
then
po
hindi
sila.
current yung iyong record, iho.
Makipag-coordinate po kami sa PESA for
Hindi
their
nga,
records po.
sinasabi ko nga sa'yo, hindi current eh. Dahil sinagot mo sa akin kanina, yes. But that does not include yung visas extended by the export processing zones because they're allowed by law to issue such. Now, can you tell me whether the data that you have submitted, data on the number of foreign nationals who entered the country and were issued working visas?
Mr. Chair, this is limited to the working visas that were issued by the Bureau of Immigration.
Bureau of
Yes.
Immigration lang.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That would be all.
Yes, nakuha na po natin yung mga submission nila sa Bureau of Immigration. Yes, Congressman Chairman Akop.
May I know the logic behind your directive that will not be discussing economic zones anymore?
No,
Because I remember in
yes.
the last hearing, when we asked the Department of Justice and PAGCOR, then Chairman Altenco was present. When I asked them, what is included in the order of the President, all POGOs shall be banned. Right?
Yes.
You remember it?
Mm.
The answer of the Department of Justice and PAGCOR then was, it included the legal and illegal POGOs. It also included the special class of BPOs. And it also included the on-gaming activities of the export processing zone. Those were the answers given by the two agencies. Now, are we, as a body, excluding them already?
I think not. But do you,
Are we?
you,
That
you
is my question.
yeah, yes. It is the decision of this body to decide on that. But I think the APAB have no iGaming, no interactive game licensing that was issued by
None, Your
by the
Honor.
APAB.
Wala po.
So I think they will not be contributing on the issue that we are tackling. And that's the reason why I want them to be excused, because for the very reason that they have never initiated any gaming operations.
Like I mentioned in my statement, Your Honor, during the previous administration, I believe they have, to the best of my knowledge, they have issued OGLs of offshore gaming licenses.
They have.
But before they start to operate, they left the country because of the COVID-19
So there's no actual
pandemic.
operation.
Wala pong
And
presence.
that's my premise,
Wala
Chairman
pong
Ako. But
presence.
if the body will want them to stay more for
Chair.
some information that will be asked from them, then we will allow it. Go
Mr.
ahead, Chairman Ako.
Mr. Chair, I think the Honorable Adjong does not know the questions that I will ask. And that is precisely the reason why I'm asking whether we're going to excuse them simply because they're not supposed to be investigated. But if we follow the logic of our previous investigation or previous hearing, according to the DOJ and the PAGCOR, their online gaming operations in the export processing zone are included. So, I think the Honorable Adjong is basing his statements on the statement of the representative of APECO or Bataan Export Processing Zone na walang gaming operation. Ako po ay investigador. I do not rely on the statements alone.
Mr. Chair.
Kayo. But
Again,
this representation would like to ask questions.
Okay, thank you so much,
Mr.
Chairman
Chair,
Akop. Last, before
yes,
I
last manifestation.
before I
again,
put my position on
Yes.
board. Sige, go ahead.
Again, with all due
Congressman
respect,
Adjong.
yes, with all due respect, I have the high respect for senior and veteran legislators of this House. This is not to mean, Mr. Chair, that I would preempt or I would disallow anybody, especially the senior members of this House, not to engage or to throw questions that they think are important for these committees to achieve a proper and sound resolution or judgment. I'm just merely asking, Mr. Chair, this proposition because earlier CESA was excused.
Yes. And
Yes,
go ahead.
Yes. And I was, Mr. Chair, I was under the understanding and maybe the impression, and correct me if I'm wrong about my impression, that those who are not directly connected with the intention, the very intention of this investigation, which is to dig deeper into the illegal POGOs and operations of the illegal POGOs. I was under that impression that they may be excused. And again, Mr. Chair, I agree that I may base my assessment on the statement of the chairman of AFAB.
Okay.
But that is proper, Mr. Chair, because I don't have any other basis than what they have presented to us, which is basically they don't have any actual operation. So
Okay.
again, Mr. Chair, just to reiterate po, Manong Romy, this is not again, I said, this is not again to counter the proposal or the question, even to answer the question of Chairman Romy Ako, because I do not assume to justify or even to provide answers to his questions earlier. The question is, what is the wisdom behind
Okay,
request for excuse? But ganun lang po. If we extended the same courtesies to CESA, perhaps we can also discuss about extending the same courtesies to those economic zones who do not have any other operations of POGO, Mr. Chair. Appeal ko lang po yun, Manong Romy, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For PAGCOR, they were required to submit their research on whether the special class of business process outsourcing companies are included in the ban. I think, I remember it right, they promised to conduct a study and to submit the result of their study to this committee, Mr. Chair.
Sir, we have not submitted the final copy, but we will submit today. It's all ready for clearance.
For what?
For clearance, Mr. Chair.
Clearance from the board.
Yes.
Okay.
For the
Congressman Kit Flores. You are now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, earlier while I was listening to Attorney Harry Roque, he was saying that he was never involved with Lucky South 99 other than to accompany Cassandra Leong to the PAGCOR. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I accompanied Cassandra as an officer of Whirlwind, as in pursuant to the documents that I submitted today before this committee. She signed as corporate secretary, sir.
And your participation was limited to that purpose lang, no? Yung negotiation as to the payment for the fees that were not paid. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor, and 2 weeks later, they retained me to handle the ejectment case, specifically a motion to quash.
I mean, just in relation to PAGCOR lang.
Yes, Your Honor, that's it.
Okay,
yes, Your
now, 2 meetings ago kasi, Mr. Chair, I remember that Altenco, during questioning by Congressman Adjong, mentioned that he was of the impression that Attorney Roque wasn't just lawyering for Whirlwind, but was in fact lawyering for Lucky South 99. And this is contrary to what you said was a statement of Altenco. I wanted that to be clarified po sana.
He was wrong because at that time po that we met, and Attorney Jeza Fernandez can confirm this, on July 26, 2023, the official representative of Lucky South with PAGCOR was Mr. Dennis Cunanan.
Okay, now, Attorney Fernandez, you were with Altenco when you were meeting with Attorney Roque, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember 2 meetings ago that Altenco also mentioned that he was of the impression that Attorney Roque was lawyering for Lucky South 99 and not just Whirlwind. Is that also correct?
Yes, sir.
So he said that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now
he just said that. He just said yes. Are you of the impression that he was lawyering for Lucky South?
Yeah.
He said yes.
Yes, correct. Now, you were also present. Was that also the same impression that you shared with Altenco?
I am not one to assume, sir, but the topic of the meeting that we had with him, sir, was really Lucky South 99.
And what was specifically the topic as far as Lucky South 99 is concerned?
It's about the arrears of Lucky South 99, which were not remitted to PAGCOR, allegedly because its authorized representative did not deposit said amount to PAGCOR's account.
Okay, now, you also heard Attorney Roque parang downplayed it kanina eh. Sabi niya, it wasn't for the renewal naman of the permits because the permits was still good for a few more years. That's what he said. But why would then he meet with you guys if it had nothing to do with the permits of Lucky South 99?
I think in addition to the topic of the non-payment of arrears of Lucky South 99, it was also that period when we already released the new guidelines for internet gaming licenses. So, Lucky South, the Miss Cassandra Ong would like to reapply, expressed her intent to reapply under the new framework, and that she was informed that she has to comply with the requirements and to pay for the arrears before the application may be processed.
Okay, so it now crossed just from the payment of arrears to the new requirements of the IGL. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And was Attorney Roque participating in that discussion?
He based on what I remember, nakikinig lang po siya doon.
Okay. Now, you also mentioned that there were several phone calls that were made by Attorney Roque to you.
Yes,
you confirm that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was the nature of these conversations?
He was asking po kung meron pa pong lacking documents yung Lucky South.
So it is for the new accreditation of Lucky South 99 as IGL?
Yeah, for the ongoing application po of Lucky South for an internet gaming license.
So it is contrary to the statement that it was just for the payment of the arrears?
I cannot answer that, sir, but matter of fact lang po,
Yeah.
that the follow-ups po were made for the application of Lucky South 99 as an internet gaming license.
And no discussions were made as far as Whirlwind is concerned?
None po, because Whirlwind po does not have any relationship or any accreditation or any relationship or contractual relationship with PAGCOR.
How about the phone calls that you received from Attorney Roque? Did it include in any way Whirlwind?
No po.
No. So it was all Lucky South 99?
Yes po.
Okay, how many calls was that, if you recall?
Around 5 to 6, sir, but I missed 2, sir.
Okay. Now, Attorney Roque, to be fair po, I'll give you time to explain din po.
Yes, the explanation po is because Cassie Ong is a service provider. Not only do they own the premises, but they provide services to Lucky South. It's a matter of record and documentation that the official representative as of July 26, 2023 was Dennis Cunanan, and therefore the document is proof itself. No, on the time that we met, it was Dennis Cunanan. Now, in that meeting, nagsalita rin po si Chairman Altenco, and I'm sure si Attorney Fernandez will recall. Sabi niya, hindi ko gusto yan, Dennis Cunanan. Hindi talaga mabuting tao yan. I suggest palitan yan. At kaya po, napalitan si Dennis Cunanan. I do not know if Attorney Fernandez recalls that, no? And of course, by being a representative of a licensee to PAGCOR, hindi naman po requirement na ikaw ay maging shareholder, hindi rin requirement na ikaw ay maging officer. Because Dennis Cunanan, in fact, was neither an officer or a shareholder. Ang kinakailangan lang po is a board resolution authorizing that person to represent that company to PAGCOR. So, consistent po yan sa sinasabi ko na Whirlwind provides services, and after that meeting, upon suggestion of Altenco, dahil hindi nga maganda daw reputasyon ni Dennis Cunanan, tinanggap nga niya yung representative na hindi naman po required na maging kabahagi ng korporasyon. Ulitin ko po ang service provider po importante sa mga POGO kasi hindi po yung mga nag-i-English. Wala, at saka nasa POGO hub po sila, hindi sila lumalabas po.
Thank you, sir. For a while, sali lang po. Kasi I also watched your interviews and your statement before the Senate. Parang what you said kasi was like, it was just purely Whirlwind. You were in no way connected with Lucky South 99. But you also heard Attorney Fernandez na sabi niya na from all intents and purposes, ang appearance that you were giving was that you were asking about the renewals, the requirements na nga for Lucky South 99. Now, how is that related to being just the lawyer for the service provider?
Madali po explain.
Sige po.
Kasi yung kliyente ko na Whirlwind acts as an agent for Lucky South. So it is an agency. Yung service provider po, in effect, is a contract of agency. Siyang gumagalaw para po sa Lucky South. So when I represented the Whirlwind, it is because I was representing an agent of Lucky South, but not Lucky South. But I state under oath, as a former member of this House, as an officer of the court, I have never had any dealings with any officer or stockholder of Lucky South. Kaya nga po, alam niyo naman ang attorney-lawyer relationship, it's the highest fiduciary relationship. Hindi ko po talaga po pwedeng akuin na kliyente ko siya, bagamat sana po kinuha ko dahil tingin ko makuakwash ko yung raid sa kanilang premises. Yun po yung sinasabi ko sa Senado dahil mali po talaga yung mga ginawa dun sa raid na yon. Kung ako'y maniningil ng 10% contingency on the basis of the value of the land, yayaman na po ako, no?
Yes,
pero ayaw po nila ako kunin. Siguro po kasi ang impression nila kapag may problema na ang gusto nilang kunin, isang abogado na malakas sa gobyerno at hindi po kritiko.
Okay po. But please understand din po na from what Attorney Fernandez is saying, I mean from someone who's listening lang po from what she was saying, is that it's no longer just as a lawyer for Cassandra Leong. Kasi you're now asking about the requirements for the renewal of the IGL. So parang it's no longer just a service provider. As a service provider, siguro, you'd provide other things other than securing their renewal of their permits. Would that be, fair to say na ang agent nga lang as service provider, siya pa naglalakad for the renewal of the permits from PAGCOR?
Totoo po kasi nung panahon na yon, na-revoke na yung appointment ni Dennis Cunanan as representative to PAGCOR. So it was already Cassandra Ong. After that meeting, that became the representative of Lucky South.
Of whom you represent?
I represented her because she's an employee, corporate secretary of Whirlwind.
Kaya nga po. So, siya nagiging representative ng Lucky South 99 at ikaw yung abogado niya. Tama po ba?
Well, abogado
From
po
your
ako.
explanation po, ngayon.
Well, ayun po, dahil ang Whirlwind nga po ay ahente.
No. It was Cassandra Leong who was the agent of, you said, di ba? Sabi mo, pinalitan niya si Dennis Cunanan. Siya na ang naging representante ngayon ng Lucky South 99. At ikaw yung abogado niya. So, you are now lawyering for a representative of Lucky South 99.
I
Correct?
disagree po. Kasi po, ang Cassandra Ong was there as part of Whirlwind. So I was representing for Cassandra Ong of Whirlwind, acting as representative of Lucky South. That is a more accurate po. And pursuant to the laws of agency
Isn't that
po.
like stretching the definition na rin po?
Hindi naman po. Kasi
Okay.
kung ako po talaga yung nag-lawyer for Lucky South, ang tanong ko, wala pong masama doon. Pero ang punto, hindi po talaga ako
Sino po?
nag-lawyer.
Hindi lawyer for Lucky South 99. I'm just saying, na as you said, Cassandra Leong replaced Dennis Cunanan as the agent of Lucky South 99. And you are the counsel for the representative of Lucky South 99. Yun lang po. I'm not saying na
Well,
directly to Lucky South 99, but of the agent of Lucky South 99.
I was representing Cassie Ong of Whirlwind. That is correct po. And I confirm that.
Sir,
Secretary Roque, I think
yes, ma'am.
you read the rules a while ago.
Yes,
Please follow the rules. Address the chairman.
my apologies. My apologies po. It's just that it was an animated discussion and a friendly discussion. After all, he is also from a province of my relative who is now governor.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yun lang ba? I was just confused. Para I wanted it to be clear lang. Kasi I think Altenco should be here para at least man lang to clarify din yung statement niya. Kasi doon nga ako nalito Kasi when he appeared 2 meetings ago, he categorically said kasi na he was of the impression that you were lawyering for Lucky South 99. And contrary to what you were saying also, Mr. Chair, that he never mentioned or he denied that you were lawyering for Lucky South 99 po.
Mr. Chair, I guess my answers is based on actual rules of legal ethics on when there is engagement. There could be an engagement between attorney and client as simple as giving legal advice. But there is an actual legal engagement when there's actually a contract between a client and attorney. So yun po yung talagang status sa legal ethics. Minsan, Mr. Chairman, yung mga nagtatanong sa radyo, yan po yung mga issue. Kasi pagbibigay pa lang ng legal advice, may attorney-client relationship na. Pero para magkaroon po ng engagement, dapat talaga merong kasunduan. Bakit naman po ako magre-represent, Mr. Chairman, isang kumpanya hindi magbabayad sa akin? Abay, mayaman pa. Pogo pa.
Okay,
sisingilin ko po yan, Mr. Chairman. Wala naman po akong nakita.
Okay.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, last, Mr. Chair, just to be clear lang, para idugtong ko lang. You're saying that you are representing Cassandra Leong as a representative of Whirlwind. But at the same time, you also said that Cassandra Leong replaced Dennis Cunanan as a representative of Lucky South 99 in relation to the application of Lucky South 99 to with PAGCOR in the renewal of their permits. And that was confirmed by Attorney Fernandez that you made several calls to her in relation to also the requirements for the renewal of the permits for Lucky South 99. Para clear lang po, no? So it's not you directly to Lucky South 99, but you with Cassandra Leong. But on the issue lang na medyo Cassandra Leong was acting for both Whirlwind and Lucky South 99. Tama po ba?
Well, ewan ko po kung tama na for both kasi siya po talaga ang naging representative as Whirlwind. Pero naalala ko po kung bakit ako tumawag. Kasi ang sabi po niya, hindi nga raw makontak si Attorney Jessa. And even me, when I called twice, hindi po ako nasagot. So nakiusap lang po siya na baka naman pag kayo po tumawag, malaman ko kung ano pa yung kulang namin. And that is why I complied naman with the request of Kasiong dahil sabi naman talaga ni Attorney Fernandez, mahirap talaga siya makontak. And nakontak ko naman po siya at least 3 times. No? Isa by text. Yun nga pong hiningi ko lang yung ano yung lacking documentary requirements. Nasa akin pa po yung sagot niya. And isa-isa niya. Tapos pangalawa, tawag, sinabi ko lang na meron ng abogadong magre-represent sa Lucky South para dun sa MTTP. Kasi yan po yung bagong requirement na wala talaga nakakaintindi. Pero hindi po ako ang gumawa nun. Ibang abogado po yung gumawa nun. At pangatlo, tinanong ko lang kung ano yung status at doon nga po sinabi na on the basis of media reports and on the basis of the investigation banban, they're not inclined to approve. At sinabihan ko naman po si Cassie na, huy, ipasarado mo yung pogo na yan dahil illegal na yan kapag mag-operate. At sumunod naman po sila. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To Yusek Cruz, sir. The persons that you picked up sa Benguet, Attorney Roque said that he was not involved with Pogo. Would you confirm that, sir? Can you confirm that he was not in any way related to any Pogo activities ba?
Are you referring to the person
The Chinese
that was
guy
arrested?
who claimed to be Cambodian ba? Or something?
Yes, sir. Under investigation pa rin, sir, yung involvement niya rin sa Porac, Pogo, sir.
But is it true that he's parang sa IT siya? Involved siya sa IT?
Yes, sir. Just to give you a background, sir, of Sun Liming. This Sun Liming, sir, is his Chinese name, sir. Ito yung totoo niyang identity. Last September 15, sir, 2023, yung mga assets niya po was froze by the Chinese government dahil, sir, dun sa liming.com. Ito, sir, yung platform na ginagamit niya para makapanloko. And nakapanloko po siya amounting to 64 million yuan. And eventually, they discovered it na mas malaki pa pala yung naloko niya, amounting to 7 billion yuan. Ang mga niloko nito, sir, are mostly Chinese people. And kung isipin natin, sir, yung 7 billion yuans na yon, it's close to 56 billion pesos, sir. So, Mr. Sun and his cohorts dupe yung victims nila in believing into that their company, sir, ay isang multiple contracts, nakakuha ng multiple contracts from the Chinese government. Pinalabas nila, sir, na marami silang contracts from the Chinese government. And yun po, sir, yung modus operandi nila in their scam.
Is there truth to the rumors that siya din yung IT person in charge sa yung mga scam farms?
Yun po, sir, kasi yung background niya, sir. He is considered to be a genius pagdating, sir, sa paggawa, sir, ng mga apps, ng mga scamming hubs.
So wala pang results na investigation ninyo?
Iniimbestigahan pa po natin in coordination, sir, with the Chinese embassy.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Attorney Roque. Thank you, Attorney Fernandez.